Jamie on a beat, boy.
Legends, legends, legends. Welcome back, legends, 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 legends. Welcome back, legends.
Been a long time coming to you brand new. Better rock the sunglasses cause we shining on through. Anime, yeah, it's amazing, let me show it to you. About to drop it, this the intro, coming at you, season 2. You can't rock it, you can't stop it, cause we're more than enough. Like Naruto, darkness, hatred, crushing all of that stuff. Time to have some fun, you know we starting these riots with Luffy. Yeah, you know him, he's the king of the pirates. If you catch nothing else, simple lesson is just this. Goku is the answer when they cry out for justice. You can step into a world where adventure never ends. I'm AfroX, your guide, this is Anime Legends. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 16 of season 2 of Anime Legends. My name is AfroX, the anime guide. As you can see at the, let me put my hand right here at the bottom of the screen here. I'm making the anime guide my official title. So yeah, AfroX, the anime guide. And I will be guiding you through today's look into mecha animes. That's right, we're talking robots with itty bitty tiny people inside them. First of all, as usual, well, let me put on my glasses here just so I can see half decently. First of all, we are going to talk about the sponsors and stuff like that, just to keep the lights on in the house here. We do have a Patreon. Hey, we got Trix the Anime Hater in here. Says, yo, good to see you, Trix. Thanks for showing up. So we do have a Patreon. And you can find that at www.patreon.com/AfroX. And when you are there, you will be able to sign up to donate in increments of $5, $10, $30, $50, and $100 a month. And I'm going to go through the different levels right now, just so everybody knows. So at the $5 a month level, you would get your name shown at the end of every edited video except for AMVs. At the $10 a month level, you will get your name shown and announced at the end of every edited video, except for AMVs. These levels do stack, so I'm kind of just gonna keep saying that you'll get the rewards of the previous levels as we go up. At the $30 a month level, you'll get the rewards of the previous levels, plus you will get a link to my secret Discord, where you will get every edited video 1 day early. And you will be able to talk to me, AfroX, and give me ideas and be the first ones that I go by for what to do with the channel. Also, pretty soon, I am planning to be having anime viewing parties on that Discord where I will be streaming anime episodes. So definitely sign up for the $30 a month level. Or higher, and you will be able to get in on those anime nights that I will be doing. So at the $50 a month level, you will get all the previous rewards of the previous lower levels. Plus, you will also get an official Afro X t-shirt. Pretty much the $50 pays for the t-shirt, plus a little bit more. And you will also get a handwritten thank you note from me. At the $100 a month level, you will get all of the previous rewards. At the $50 a month level, you will get your name shown and announced in fancy lettering with fully edited audio. That's another add-on. At the $100 a month level, you get all of the rewards of the previous levels, plus you will get a link to join in on every live stream that I do without fail, and you will be given 5 minutes in any live stream that you come on to plug your channel. That is if you donate $100 a month to the AfroX channel. And that reward can even come like once. If you want to just donate $100 and then get out, so you don't keep paying $100 a month. I for as long as you are in that donation category, I will still honor it. So you could just with $100, you could buy yourself 1 month of free publicity. That is, let's see here. If I do a live stream every Tuesday and every Friday, that is 8 live streams, and 5 times 8. That is 40 minutes of you getting to plug your stuff. So just think about it. For $100, you could get 40 minutes out of a month for you to advertise yourself on somebody else's YouTube channel. What a boon. All right. So, there is the Patreon. Moving on, we have merch. You can go to www.teespring.com/store/afro-x-2. There's a link in the description of every edited video that I do. You can go there and find the official Afro X t-shirt that is currently selling for $30 US. A third of that goes back to the channel. So you buy a $30 t-shirt, $10 of that goes back to the channel. And super thankful for anyone who buys one of those t-shirts. Pretty soon I'm going to be making more merch. One is going to be a hoodie reflecting the Blacklist, which is my nerdcore group. So there is that. After that, we do have a Facebook page called AfroX. We have a Facebook group called the Official AfroX Fan Club. You join that, you'll be added to a chat where you will be able to know if I am ever skipping a week or doing something. And actually, some news regarding that. This will be probably the last week this year that I do content, just because the holidays are coming up. So this week we're doing the Daily Devil Fruits thing. And that is going to run through Sunday. After Sunday, I will not be putting up new content until probably the first Tuesday of January, unless the first Tuesday is in fact New Year's Day. So yes. And that's just kind of because everything is on break. Respawn with Apex Legends is on break. Oda with One Piece is on break. So you know what, Break's channel going on break. Um anyways, so yeah, and you can find that out if you're at the official AfroX fan club. On TikTok we have AfroX_Y at AfroX_YT. You can find that on TikTok. I do random videos on there. I'm thinking if Daily Devil Fruit takes off and does well, I will be onto the TikTok channel. Um, that just because a 2 to 3 minute format works better on that. But yeah, I think that is all of the sponsors. A big shout out to Trixie Anime Hada, who does donate $50 a month. So grateful to you for doing that. So that is all the sponsors good and done with. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of stuff, I do have a surprise for you, but first, something that we always do. Um, it is a question known only to the ancients. Um, and this question, once posed, will change your life forever. And that question is, what anime slash manga have you watched slash read this week? This will go into the chat. My computer is being very slow, and I am sorry. There we go. What anime slash manga have you watched slash read this week? As for me, this week I of course read the new One Piece. I caught up to the second to the newest episode in One Piece. Um, and I last night I watched a romantic killer. In other stuff that isn't anime or manga, I also watched the 9th episode of Rick and Morty. Um, although I believe the 10th one is out now, the final episode of this season, anyways. Oh yeah, and I also watch Family Guy. Okay. That is the anime and manga and other stuff that I have watched this week. You guys answer in the comments because I really want to know. I bet Trix has read Gaichakuda. Um, but I'm a real treat. I just before this live stream started, I found out that the official trailer for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has come out on YouTube, and I am going to do a live reaction of it for you. So it's gonna take a couple minutes for me to set up. But yes, answer the question in the comments, and we will be right back. All right, let's check this out. This totally blank reaction or real reaction, if this will ever start.
Hope I didn't ice your game, man.
No one my age says those words in that order.
It's just hard to see my little man not being my little boy all the time.
Yeah.
For years, I've been taking care of this little boy.
Okay, something. Oh. Something is going very wrong. My screen has just gone black. Having a little bit of technical difficulty here. We'll be right back. Just hold on. Well, you know what? Dead air is bad air, so we will revisit that when it wants to work. In the meantime, let's get to the main topic of today, which is Met. And we're gonna see if that'll work later. Anyways, mecha animes. So, god dang. Here's a topic I really don't know much about. By the way, while we're here, Twix said, read One Piece and Witch Hat Atelier. Everything else is on break. I also watch Bleach. I want to keep watching Bleach. So yeah, I don't know a lot about mech animes. which I know sounds crazy. Me, an anime guide, saying he doesn't know a lot about something, but very early on, like back in my early 20s, I say my early 20s was early. That was only like 8-9 years ago. Anyways, back in my early 20s, when I was 2021, I saw an anime called Vandred, and Vandred just turned me off to all mecha animes, because it was just bad. And I'm kind of doing this in order of ranking, based on worst to best leaked mecha, and he is saying something. But yeah, Vandred was the absolute worst. The plot of it was pretty much, hey, there is a kid, or there's a guy who stows away on a space pirate ship. The whole space pirate crew is a bunch of women, and it's pretty much a harem, but every girl is a tsundere, and so it's not really a harem. But in every episode, they're like, hey, there's a big threat outside our ship. Stow away, guy. Get in the robot and go fight them. And so he gets in the robot, goes, punch fights, defeats the enemy, and then goes back to the ship. And that same formula happens every single episode on repeat. So after about 3 episodes, I gave up on the anime and I said, this is just bad. Trix's Vandred was a bad mecha. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me there. So yeah, getting the worst one out of the way first, Vandred. Absolutely hate it. Would not recommend anybody watch it. Now, so there were really, I think when I was growing up in the late 90s, there were 2 groups of people. There were the people that were riding the end of the 80s anime wave, and the 80s anime wave was all mecha. Like, the 80s anime gave us Gundam, that was Mobile Suit Gundam, and 90s gave us Gundam Wing, stuff like that. Although in Japan they actually call Gundam Gunpla, because I heard that on Sergeant Frog, and maybe they were doing the you can't use actual brand names in anime. Anyways, so I mean, Gundam was a really big thing in the 80s, and then kind of in the 90s it started to wear off, and I started watching Toonami about the time that they were finishing up Gundam and they were starting in on Dragon Ball Z. And I only got to watch TV at certain times as a kid, as most kids do. And so especially late at night when Toonami was on. And so I was part of the group that got super into shonen. Like we were the shonen anime babies. During the day I was watching Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then on Toonami what would come on was like what was it, Sailor Moon, Hamtaro, and probably the most influential anime of my life, Dragon Ball Z. And so I didn't really get caught up in the whole mecha craze around then. Trick says, yeah, Shonen Baby for the win. I swear, 90s kids and Shonen Baby should just become synonymous phrases with each other. I should make a T-shirt that on the front says '90s kid and on the back it says Shonen baby. That would be great. That would sell merch. Anyways, uh so yeah. I was part of the Shonen baby era, and so I didn't really get into Gundam and stuff like that. I mean, I respect it, like it is totally influential for anime and what came after it, but yeah, I never got really into the Gundam craze. Um Although I probably know a lot of parents who do know about Gundam just because it being around in the 80s when they were younger, um that was what they knew. Uh, but yeah. Um, so yeah, if I had to say, do I like Gundam? Yeah, I like Gundam because it's classic anime. And honestly, who doesn't like classic anime? And if you don't like classic anime, can you really call yourself an anime fan? But, and this being the but on the end, um, it's not something that I would turn on and watch today or now. Um, but yeah. Moving on, we have probably the anime that I was exposed to next after Gundam, but technically comes later on in a timeline sense. But that would be Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. And I feel so upset that Vandred ruined mecha animes for me, because if it hadn't, I definitely think I would have been a Tengen Toppa stan. I tried to watch Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, but man, after 6 to 10 episodes of trying to watch Simon dig out of the ground, it got boring. And so once he finally did, I was kind of starting to teeter off the series, watching one episode at a time here and there, and it just wasn't keeping my interest. And then after that, I just saw clips of everything, like Sinon and God, what's his main brother's name? It's not Kazuma. Um, you would know Tricks, but anyways, Sinon and the main guy, and even in the ones where they just started working on Gurren Lagann, and I think that's the name of the robot, but they, even when they started working on it and were fighting like the basic villains, it still didn't pique my interest, because it just looked really clunky. But I will say the final showdown, and I saw a clip of the final showdown where he does the mecha drill and literally drills through the universe. Um, I I think that is one of the greatest sequences in anime history. That I think that was super cool, especially the fact that they um had the anime turn into a moving manga sequence. I absolutely love that. So Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Another anime that I wish I had watched, if I had been more into mecha stuff, Curse You Vandred, um, was Code Geass, subtitled Lelouch of the Rebellion. And this anime is really, really good. And from what I know, the basis of it, um, the basis of it was uh, oh, that's nice, Caustic. Anyways, The basis of Code Geass was that this girl who was running from this government police force gets killed, but before she dies, she gives this guy named Lelouch a superpower, pretty much an ocular jutsu, hashtag Naruto. And this gives Lelouch the ability of super persuasion. It allows him to order somebody to do something, and they are willed. Their will is taken control of, and they are willed into doing that. So, for example, the first thing he does is the police force that are following him. He orders them to shoot themselves, and so they do. And pretty much this, based on what I know, this spirals into Lelouch becoming a super villain of the series in kind of a Death Note-esque kind of way, like Yagami, where the main character, the first character that we see, actually becomes the villain of the series. And sorry for everyone who I just spoiled Death Note for, but there you go. But it's been out for long enough. But anyways, yeah. And so then there are robots that fight, and I don't know what that is really all about. All I know is the meme from, what is it, the Code Geass Abridged series, which was they all got in the robots and started yelling, "Team Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch," and I loved it. I laughed so hard. So yeah, there's that. So Code Geass. Moving on, and we're kind of getting into the mecha animes that I actually, in general, like. So one mecha anime that I'd have to say I really liked was, and mostly because it wasn't even a mecha anime, it just had a mecha in it, was Gun X Sword. Gun X Sword. That brings back good memories. I still have, or I got a couple episodes on DVD of Gun X Sword from a grab bag once, and I was so happy because I loved the anime. But Vaughn is a great main character, super like dusty cowboy on the trail, like unemotional, and Wendy is such a great like duo to him. Just because, like, in the first episode, I think he saves her or something like that, and she's just like, "Now we're married, now I'm with you forever," or something like that, and he's just like, "I don't care at all." And I love that his attitude is just like, "There's bad guys, oh man, that kind of sucks." And then, like, whenever he like really needs to get serious or is angry, then he's just like, "Dan of Thursday," and this robot falls out of a satellite from orbit and like Titan falls into the ground, and I'm just like, okay, now this is good. You have a robot not simply to have a robot. You have a robot because you wanted a robot. Um and I absolutely absolutely love it, because the thing is that Vaughn doesn't even need the robot. He is badass by himself. But the fact that he also has a robot makes it so much better. Anyways, Gun X Sword. I think it's a 1-season series for sure. But I think it's like 10 episodes. But I guarantee you, it is good. Would definitely recommend it. So on to my favorite mecha anime of all time, simply because, yeah, I don't know why. It's just my favorite. Infinite Stratos, also known as IS. Um, Infinite Stratos is an anime that is about a boy that goes to an all-girls school where they are learning to become pilots of mechas. That these mechas are specifically good at flying. Um, and so he is the only boy in this all-girl school. So it's very much a harem, and all the girls are tsunderes. It's funny because my least favorite anime, or my least favorite mecha anime, and my favorite mecha anime are pretty much the same. Um, but because, yeah, they're both harems where every girl is a tsundere, and so they just hate the main guy. Um, so it's very weird, but yeah, Infinite Stratos was great because the characters, even the supporting character, she has depth and emotion, and it's not just about the robots, it's about the relationships, it's about the people inside the robot. See, that is what we need. I would love mecha animes if we had mecha animes that focused on the people inside the robot. It's about the people inside the robot. It's not about the robot. Um. So yeah, Infinite Stratos, absolutely love it. I have omitted and forgotten to mention one very big mecha anime that I'm sure everyone in the comments is just waiting for me to talk about. You know the one, I know the one. It's classic. Like I said, you know the one, I know the one. It's Evangelion. Um, so I'm going to make my credibility very, very low here by saying that I have never watched any of the Evangelion movies. When I was growing up, they were on TV too late, and I did not really want to watch them or get into the long, convoluted story. Um, and frankly, I hated seeing someone get stabbed through a robot's head. That was kind of gross to see in a trailer. And so, yeah, I've never seen any of Evangelion, but I should as an anime fan someday. Um, and I make up for that by saying that I have seen the movie Akira, which, if you haven't seen the movie Akira, you need some help. Um, if you haven't seen the movie Akira, you definitely need to watch the movie Akira. That is for sure. Anyways, let us look at some of the comments here. Um Trick says, no, Tengen Topper and Lagan was awful. If you want a better version of that, watch Gunbuster. Never heard of Gunbuster, but it sounds pretty cool. Trick says, Code Yes is incredible. It just shouldn't be under Mecha. If you watch it, you will see the Mecha part of it is boring. Other than that, it's a watch. Okay, so I don't feel bad. And probably the abridged version was better. Trickster says, damn dude, Gunnick's sword making me feel old for sure. I actually, my memories of Gunnick's sword are inextricably linked to the anime Trigun because I was watching them at the same time. So it was interesting seeing I was really into like cowboyish main characters at one point because it was interesting to see Vaughn and juxtaposed with Vash the Stampede. And I know anybody hears the name Vash the Stampede and they're like, "Oh my god, it's Trigun!" Anime fans everywhere just losing their shit. So but yeah, Vaughn and Vash the Stampede are very much tied in my mind, along with I think his name is Rex, but I'm not sure. But God, what was the name of the anime I'm thinking of right now? Needless. Needless was a great anime with another main character who was very cowboyish. Cowboy who loves to drown his food in sauces for sure. Trick says there's a mecha anime like the one you're looking for. It's called Gunbuster. It's one of the best mecha anime of all time, and it's only 6 episodes. Okay. Well, definitely I will be looking into Gunbuster, and we will talk about it on here soon. Even Galleon, it's fair. The show was overhyped due to childhood. The movies are better. Okay. And of course, Vash, love and peace for sure. I never finished Trigun. I wish I had, because I was just getting into the point where they were like revealing about him actually being a plant that like led to the sun or something like that, like a giant sunflower, or something like that. But I thought the premise of Trigun was great. Just the fact that like no matter what situation Vash got in, that he couldn't die, which was really cool. Plus, dude, like you can't not be cool when you are wearing a full length red duster jacket. Like if you're wearing a full length red duster jacket, just let the ladies come to you and let the men envy you, because you're like super high on the cool factor. In fact, I've always wanted a red full length duster jacket. But yeah, that is all of the mecha animes that that's all the mecha animes that I really knew about. Trixie said jacket was just good. It was. That jacket was top tier. Well, yeah. That's all the mecha animes that I know about. If you give me a minute, I'm gonna see if that trailer has started working yet. Oh, well, no, it hasn't. In fact, it has said, "Oh snap, something went wrong." So tell you what, I will do a actual recording of my reaction, and I will post it at some point. But yeah, that is all for today. Keep YouTubing, YouTubers. Don't fight the fro. And always remember, get in the robot, Shinji!